Hello, everybody. Welcome to the top 5 new comics for April 6th and 7th of 2021. I'm, as always, Chris. And starts off, sorry about last week. If you follow me on Twitter, at Fortress Chris, you'll see power outages happened. I wasn't able to upload the video in time. And then when I've got to finally upload it onto my computer to edit it, it was corrupt, and I had kind of a fuck it moment. So I apologize. Life happened. But we got one this week, and we're going to continue on after that. Hopefully no more terrible windstorms take out my power anytime soon. But with that, life update. We're going to jump into these books. Starting with King in Black, number 5. This is written by Donny Cates with art by Ryan Stegman. It's the final issue of King in Black. And while not the final issue of Venom that Donny and Stegman are doing, kind of the final issue of Venom as well. And I've just really enjoyed this event book. It's everything you want out of an event book. I mean, I love how what Marvel has seen success in events. It's really a continuation of a story that creators have already made. I always bring up Secret Empire, which I know is a little divisive, but I really enjoyed, because if you were reading Captain America from when Spencer started and followed those events through to Secret Empire, that book is 10 times better. And I don't know, maybe that's not the way you're supposed to do event books, but I like them that way. And that's what's happening here with King in Black. This is the culmination of everything Venom for Donny and Stegman. And I think so far they've knocked it out of the park. And I can't wait to see how they conclude the whole thing. And yeah, King in Black. I'm really, really enjoying it. After that, we got Crime Syndicate, number 2. This is written by Andy Schmidt with art by Art-Kieran McKeown and backstory by Bryan Hitch. So I love that first issue of Crime Syndicate. The idea of, if you read Dark Knight's Death Metal, you saw that no matter when the multiverse changes and things happen, there's always a crime syndicate. There's always an Earth 3. And it was I forget the exact issue, but there was a cool moment with Owlman in there where he kind of realizes that no matter what happens, Owlman always exists. Maybe not in the way that he knows himself in that universe, but he always exists in some way. And this is what this is. We kind of had a not really reboot, and we got a new crime syndicate, and a lot of the same characters we know. We added a new one with the Green Lantern power ring, John Stewart, and I just really, really love it. That first issue was great. It was kind of a good culmination of all those characters, giving them their own stories. It had a great sense of humor with some of the little tidbits throughout the book. And then the backstory in that by Bryan Hitch was Ultraman's origin. This one will be Owlman's origin. So I think they're just doing Crime Syndicate right with this series. And I hope this means more Crime Syndicate, because I love Crime Syndicate. So yeah, check out this book. After that, over at Boom Studios, we've got Magic the Gathering, number 1, written by Art-Jed MacKay with art by Guara. This one I picked solely kind of for myself. I've always loved Magic the Gathering. I played the card game when I was younger. I still play the Magic the Gathering Arena online once in a while. Very casual Magic fan now, so please don't ask me to do Let's Plays or anything. But I still just love that world, loved the game and everything involved with it. I used to read the novels when I was younger. It was like that and Star Wars novels. Never the books given to me at school. And when I had my hiatus, got back into comics, Magic had been established, and I just didn't really. I was kind of in a lull with Magic as well, and I didn't get into the comics. This Boom Studios is taking over. They're starting with new number 1. I'm not saying it's a complete swipe of everything that's ever happened, but it seems like a good place to jump in. It seems like a good place to give it a try. I like Art-Jed MacKay. His Avengers Mech Strike book is awesome. I think he's done great stuff as well outside of that. So I just think it's going to be a cool little experiment for me to see if this world is still interesting to me, and I still want to check it out. That being said, the creative team's really great. If you like Magic, I think it's in good hands with these two. And Boom Studios, I mean, a growing publisher that's trying more and more things and getting more and more IPs. And hopefully this is good, so that shows them, good things to come. So yeah, check that one out. After that, jump over to Image Comics with Geiger #1. This is written by Geoff Johns and art by Gary Frank. This one's weird for me. So Geoff Johns, I've been very critical of recently. I think his Three Jokers book was not good, and I think that Doomsday Clock was a disaster. And so it's tough for me to be like, yeah, Geiger, this is going to be awesome, but it is Geoff Johns, so he'll always have at least a shot. And Gary Frank's art, like, even through Doomsday Clock, when I wasn't enjoying it, it was still just a beautiful book. And everything Gary Frank puts his hands on is just awesome. So that alone is a reason to check it out. I think this is a shot for Geoff Johns to be like, okay, I'm not bogged down by DC continuity and having to deal with all these things. I can just do my own thing, and I get to bring on one of the best artists of all time with me, and let's see if we can make something happen. The story's really cool. We got a post-apocalyptic wasteland, character named Atomic Man. I mean, there's cool aspects here, and I hope that Geoff can do something special with it. My one warning of this, love Gary Frank, like I said, one of the best artists of all time. I don't think this book is going to come out regularly. I would be shocked if we get an issue every 2 to 3 months. Maybe I'm setting myself up to be okay with it when it comes out regularly and be like, oh, that's great, he actually did it. But I'm not expecting it. So don't expect that yourself. I'm sure there's plenty of people that will trade weight on this just based on Gary Frank. I'm going to check out issue 1, see what's up with it. I think Image has a home run here. They've been getting some great creators recently to come over and do it. My only shock here is why Image, Geoff? I really want to know the story behind the story here, because Geoff Johns he's done some Marvel stuff, and I'm sure somebody can pull some weird thing he did for IDW or whatever back in the day. But for the most part, his career is centered around DC. And why this book isn't at Black Label is a question I want answered. And maybe he has. And if he has answered that, please go in the comments and send it to me, because I don't know. Because at one point, he was going to have his own imprint, Killing Zone Comics or something like that. So it's very intriguing as to what happened behind the scenes here. And with that long ramble, we're going to end with Tankers #1. This is coming from Bad Idea Comics. And I'll try to help you find some Bad Idea Comics after I talk about the book. Brought to you by Robert Venditti with art by Art-Juan Jose Ryp. This is the craziest concept for a comic ever, and I love it. Robert Venditti, first, if you haven't seen, I'll try to find the link and link it. If you haven't seen the trailer for this book, it's Robert Venditti just like messing around in his backyard somewhere, shooting machine guns and just being crazy, and I love it. The whole story of this is we're running out of fossil fuels. It takes place in the near future. Running out of fossil fuels. The biggest oil company in the world comes and says, well, what do we do? What do we do? We got to figure something out. And of course, the answer isn't electric cars or find another fuel source or whatever. No, the answer is to go back in time, stop the comet from hitting Earth so that there's more dinosaurs, thus more fossil fuels. It's ingenious. So we send a military operation back in time to take care of this. It's nuts, and it's crazy, and I love it. And it's the epitome of the publisher's name, Bad Idea Comics. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad idea in the sense I think this book's going to be awful. It's just a bad idea in the fact that nobody else would publish this book. Nobody. And it's why I love Bad Idea Comics. That said, I know most shops don't carry Bad Idea. and they don't do digital versions. I kind of love their story there, where they're only going to be single issues and they're only going to be in comic shops and certain comic shops. So it's a little hipstery. If you're having trouble, I'll have a link in the description where you can go to find a local shop that sells Bad Idea comics. If that doesn't work, the people who are supplying me, because I do not have a local shop, is Comics in the Green out of Scranton, Pennsylvania. I'll send their link to, talk to the owners, cool guy, and you can set up a thing to try to get Bad Idea comics. I think this book looks awesome, so whatever you got to do to get it, check it out. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. Remember, if you're enjoying these videos, give me a thumbs up down below, comment, and let me know what you're looking forward to or what I messed up on. I don't know. Just talk to me down there. I like hearing from you people. And if you want to keep getting these videos, to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification button so that you can be known when the next Fortress Comics video is live. So everybody, thanks so much. And I will see you next week with another Top 5.